Hi, you guys. Welcome to Wikividya. I'm Tanya, and today I'll be covering the second chapter from the Flamingo book, Lost Spring Stories of Stolen Childhood. The author of this chapter is Anise Jung, and there are two short stories in this chapter which have been taken from her novel, which is titled Lost Spring Stories of Stolen Childhood. Now, as the name suggests, Stories of Stolen Childhood, इस चैप्टर में हम देखेंगे कि ड्यू टू एक्सट्रीम पॉवर्टी या सालों से जो ट्रेडिशंस चलते आ रहे हैं, इनकी वजह से कैसे ये जो छोटे बच्चे हैं दे आर फोर्स्ड इनटू वर्क एट सच अ यंग एज. These children they lose their carefree nature and are exploited. So let's begin with the first story. Sometimes I find a rupee in the garbage. साहिब और उसकी फैमिली बहुत टाइम पहले ही ढाका छोड़कर यहाँ आ गए थे. ढाका इज द कैपिटल ऑफ बांग्लादेश. नरेटर एवरी डे देखता है कि साहिब कचरे के ढेर में कुछ वैल्यूएबल ढूंढ रहा होता है. वन डे द नरेटर आस्क्स हिम कि तुम ये क्यों कर रहे हो. तो साहिब बोलता है कि ही हैज नथिंग एल्स टू डू. उसके घर के पास कोई स्कूल भी नहीं है. नरेटर बोलता है साहिब को अपने नेम का मतलब भी नहीं पता. साहिब ए आलम विच मीन्स लॉर्ड ऑफ द यूनिवर्स. उसे उसके नेम का मतलब पता होता भी तो भी वो बिलीव नहीं कर पाता बिकॉज ऑफ हिज सर्कमस्टांसेस. साहिब रोम्स द स्ट्रीट्स विथ हिज फ्रेंड्स. सब सुबह सुबह आते हैं और दोपहर तक वापस चले जाते हैं. These children are so poor कि उनके पास पैरों में डालने को चप्पल तक नहीं है. The narrator remembers a story जो उसे उदुपी के एक आदमी ने बताई थी. He said when he was a kid, he used to visit the temple where his father was a priest and prayed for a pair of shoes. The narrator says that there are 10,000 other rag pickers that live in Simapuri, which is in the outer edge of Delhi. The rag pickers are living there for more than 30 years without any identity cards or permits. However, उनके पास राशन कार्ड्स है जिनसे उन्हें खाना मिल जाता है एंड वो वोट भी कर सकते हैं. जहाँ भी उन्हें खाना इजीली अवेलेबल होता है वो वहीं अपने टेंट्स लगाकर घर बना लेते हैं. For them, garbage is a means of survival. It is a means to earn a little money. साहिब सेज कि कभी कभी उसे गार्बेज डंप्स में 1 रुपी कॉइन या 10 रुपी नोट भी मिल जाता है विच इज इनफ टू कीप हिम लुकिंग फॉर मोर. एक दिन नरेटर देखता है कि साहिब नेबरहुड क्लब की फेंस के पास खड़ा होकर दो लोगों को टेनिस खेलता हुआ देख रहा है. साहिब वॉज ऑल्सो वेयरिंग डिस्कार्डेड टेनिस शूज. बट फॉर समवन हु हैज वॉक्ड barefoot, even shoes with a hole is a dream come true. But tennis is out of his reach. This morning, the narrator sees Sahib walking with a steel canister in his hand. He has started working at a tea stall and is paid rupees 800 and all his meals. Although अब साहिब के लिए खाना एक इशू नहीं था, उसकी फेस पे जो केयरफ्री लुक था वो खो गया था. पहले वो अपनी मर्जी का मालिक था बट अब वो उस टी स्टॉल के ओनर के लिए काम कर रहा था. तो ये थी इस चैप्टर की फर्स्ट स्टोरी. Let us now move on to the second story, which is titled I Want to Drive a Car. Mukesh lives in Firozabad, which is a small town famous for its bangles. Every other family in Firozabad is engaged in bangle making. But Mukesh wants to become a motor mechanic and wants to learn to drive a car. मुकेश की फैमिली भी चूड़ियाँ बनाती है बट उन्हें ये नहीं पता कि बच्चों का इतने हाई टेम्परेचर्स में काम करना विदाउट प्रॉपर एयर एंड लाइट इज इलीगल. मुकेश टेक्स द नरेटर टू हिज होम थ्रू स्टिंकिंग लेन्स जहाँ बहुत कचरा है और एनिमल्स और ह्यूमंस साथ में रह रहे हैं. When they reach Mukesh's home, he sees a woman cooking meal for the family. वो मुकेश के भाई की वाइफ थी. मुकेश के फादर एक बैंगल मेकर थे जिनके पास इतने भी पैसे नहीं थे कि वो अपने घर को रेनोवेट कर सकें या अपने बच्चों को स्कूल भेज सकें. He had also lost his eyesight. Born in the caste of bangle makers, they have seen nothing but different styles of bangles everywhere. और इतने अंधेरे में कंटिन्यूअसली काम करने से जो छोटे बच्चे हैं उनकी आईसाइट बचपन में ही चली जाती है. सविता एक बूढ़ी औरत के पास बैठ के ग्लास के पीसेस को जोड़ रही थी. The old woman says that she has not eaten even one full proper meal in her life. Her husband is also a bangle maker, but he has at least managed to make a house for the family. Families in Firozabad are so poor that they cannot even afford to eat proper food. Just like their fathers and forefathers, the children have been trapped in the vicious circle of middlemen. They are afraid to form a union or a cooperative because they fear that the police will put them into jail. These people are caught in poverty and the stigma of caste and the vicious circle of moneylenders and the authorities. बचपन से ही ये बच्चे अपने पेरेंट्स की तरह इस बर्डन को एक्सेप्ट कर लेते हैं। नरेटर को खुशी होती है ये जानकर कि मुकेश एक मोटर मैकेनिक बनना चाहता है एंड ही आस्क्स हिम इफ ही ड्रीम्स ऑफ फ्लाइंग अ प्लेन टू। But Mukesh is content to dream of cars that he sees running down the streets of Firozabad. So that was the summary of the chapter. Let us move on to the previous year question papers. The question asked in the year 2020 was, what change occurs in Sahib's life? Is it a change for the better or worse? The answer would be, Sahib starts working at a tea stall and now has a regular income. He is paid 800 rupees and all his meals. However, Sahib is not happy with this change because he is no longer his own master. His face has lost the carefree look. He may have to work for longer hours and this exploitation makes him sad. The question asked in the year 2019 was, what kind of life did children living in Simapuri lead? The answer would be, nearly 10,000 rag pickers live in Simapuri in structures of mud with roofs of tin and tarpaulin. They are devoid of sewage, drainage, or running water. They pitch their tents wherever they find food. Rag picking is the sole means of their survival. Garbage to them is gold. Most of the barefoot children roam around the streets early in the morning and finish their activities by noon. They seem to carry the plastic bags slightly over their shoulders. They are clothed in discolored shirts and shorts and are denied the opportunity of schooling. The question asked in the year 2018 was, what does the reference to chappals in Lost Spring tell us about the economic condition of the rag pickers? The answer would be, the reference to chappals in Lost Spring tell us about the poor economic condition of the rag pickers. The rag pickers in Simapuri are so poverty-stricken that they cannot even afford to buy basic things. The question asked in the year 2017 was, for the children it is wrapped in wonder, for the elders it is a means of survival. What kind of life do the rag pickers of Simapuri lead? The answer would be, the rag pickers of Simapuri live in structures of mud with roofs of tin and tarpaulin. They are devoid of sewage, drainage, or running water. Rag picking is the sole means of their survival. Small children expect to get some coins, notes, or valuables in heaps of garbage. Sometimes they find a rupee or even a 10 rupee note. This gives them the hope of finding more. They search it excitedly. For children, garbage is wrapped in wonder. For the elders, it is a means of survival. The question asked in the year 2016 was, why is Sahib not happy working at the tea stall? The answer would be, Sahib starts working at the tea stall and is paid 800 rupees and all his meals. Thus food is no more a problem. However, his face has lost the carefree look. The steel canister in his hand now seems a burden. He is no longer his own master. He may have to work for longer hours. This exploitation makes him sad. That's all for this lesson, guys. Stay tuned for the next lesson. I have also provided the entire question paper for the last 5 years in the description box below. You can check them out. You can also connect with me through email or through Facebook or Instagram. I'll mention everything in the description box below. For any queries or feedback, do leave a comment below. And if you found this video helpful, do like, subscribe and share it, and also hit that bell button so you are notified every time I post a new video. Bye.